Now, we haven't played that song together for almost 3 decades, let alone played it live. You can imagine how weird that is for us. Hearing it now makes it obvious that the music we had back then is about as commercial as has much potential really is. It didn't have much potential commercially. But we weren't looking to be played on the radio. For whatever reason, we got off on jamming and weird time signatures. At one point, we came up with this thing in the time signature of 1904 with a chord progression based on the tritone, which is considered the most dissonant interval in music and was for centuries considered the devil in music. Now, Andy and Lee Malone, a legendary Northwoods musician who plays on the Ordinary Green CDs, but couldn't be here this evening because he had a prior engagement. We used to play this every now and then at bars and found that it had the ability to clear the room. So we won't subject it to too much, but it went something like this. So, I thought we were really cool. And I sent a letter to this British art rock guy named Brian Eno, and I asked him to produce our first album. He wrote back to say, well, thank you very much, but I'm taking the year off from producing, which I think was sort of shorthand for no. Several years later, he produced records for U2, and they became one of the biggest rock bands in history, but that's another story. As for us, we all went our separate ways. Andy went off to live in Los Angeles, and then I went off to live in Los Angeles, and the other guys ventured out into other lands, but Andy and the rest of the guys all ended up back in the North Woods.